As the sign says, welcome. My name's Ron Branscombe, and we're here at the Branscombe Homestead doing a little reminiscing about a certain particular day on our and Deidre and I's actual wedding day. Just a quick picture here. This was the wedding announcement in the newspaper. Pay special attention to that dress. We're going to talk about that dress quite a bit. Here is also on our wedding day, we're walking down the aisle after saying I do. And then I get to kiss the lovely bride. So, like I mentioned before, there's a particular reason why we're going to discuss this. And right here is what it is. Deidre B., take it from there.
Well, this is my mom's masterpiece. It was my design, my mother's masterpiece. She learned to sew at a young age. Her mother drove her hours to sewing lessons for her to learn that, because she had crutches and a brace, so she couldn't do a lot of other things, but she did learn to sew. And so all throughout high school and college, she made my formal dresses. She'd let me pick out the pattern, and I would kind of design, change some things, and then I'd pick out the fabrics, and that was really super fun. So it's a sweet, sweet memories of fun things with my mom. But we went over all over Austin, Texas, looking for a wedding dress, and it was in my head, and I just could not find anything that seemed right. And so I said, Mother, I think you could make it. And she said, well, I will, if you want me to. So she did. And I sketched it out with a pencil on a white piece of paper, and she made the patterns.
Wait a second, you're telling me you sketched it out on a sheet of paper, and that's what came out right here?
Yes, yep.
Wow.
Yeah, she was good. She was really good. And I mean, it fit me to a T. I was really thin then, but this was before 7 babies. but yeah, she was amazing. And this beading actually was already done on a piece of sheer fabric. So I just had Mother make a lapel, and we attached that beading to the lapel. The sleeves are silk organza, and I always loved big satin cuffs, so I had her do this big satin cuff, and there's that big pearl button I was excited to find. I love the big pearl button. One thing significant about this dress, and my mother's best friend from childhood who also sews, she's a retired principal now, but she was telling me that this dress, you have to know what you're doing because of the A-line and the seams down the front. The fabric has to be cut on the bias just right for the fabric to hang right, or it'll hang kind of sideways. And she did an awesome job. I remember her talking about cutting it on the bias and teaching me that, but she was really good at details, and I really was not. So I think after college and we got married, I made a few basic drapes, but I always tell people don't look on the back because it wasn't as pretty as my mother's work. But anyway, the dress is really special. It's a neat memory. And this was actually her tiara that she wore in her wedding, and I wore it in our wedding. And it actually had an extra piece of long net train that went out about a couple of feet past the train of the dress. And it got caught on a nail on our wedding day as Dad and I were walking down the aisle. My head got jerked back real hard, and I was like, what in the world? They were like, back up. So I had to back up so they could get it off the nail. So it got torn pretty good, but it was a funny thing. It was funny and fun that happened. So
your mom wore that on her wedding day, and you did too. That's cool.
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yep, it was sweet. Yeah, it was sweet.
Let's look at the back of the dress here. I know that's a pretty deep plunge line there. That's pretty cool.
It doesn't go as low as it looks like on that mannequin, but yeah. Yep.
Well, you sketched it out.
Mm-hmm.
She made it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You wore it on our wedding day. Mm-hmm. Maybe, just maybe one of our daughters will wear it on their wedding day.
They might.
We'll see. No pressure.
Whatever works out is good.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing, Deidre B.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you for being awesome.
You're awesome.